as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Denver Broncos. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
For a guy still in his second year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild card round last weekend. That's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. But as he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Going up top for Cup. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And he is caught. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 20. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Made by TJ.
Really a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. And his throw here's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Pacheco is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
On for the point after. And he's got 7-0 Broncos. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
11 coming.
They go play action with Burrow. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Quarter blitz got home there. Pat Surtain, the one that dropped it. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens.
Brandon Jones in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Gun.
38 yards on the play.
Burrow will throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right, 80.
Now Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. There he goes, left side. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Wants to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rolling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. Main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Here we go. Right, 80.
14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Right, 80.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And the Broncos get there and take him down. John Franklin Myers, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards.
A gain of 52 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
He's going to keep this again. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
McPherson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock to then get the ball back for the offensive guys, maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Denver's offense now set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Nix from the shotgun. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they work this well field across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
The Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37. 23 yards the pickup there.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up second and 1.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. There's a nice move. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey, 28 yards. And the Broncos continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So the drive there took 6 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A solid stiff arm. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Done. Shot.
Here's Burrow. This will complete to Yoshibas. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here we go.
At the 30-yard line.
This is Brown going up the middle. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the gun on third down is Burrow. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So halftime straight ahead. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
That's taken on the 25. A very good return. There, give him an even 20 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Looking to put a drive together. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. Down the sideline he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 54 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Summer, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Lutz with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Here we go.
A gain of 15. First down.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 180. 180.
Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to move it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So possession goes over here on the punt. take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 80 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
The 38-yard line.
They'll try the wide side with Cook. Breaks a tackle. He's still barreling through. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
That's good for the Broncos. First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. 2nd and a couple. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. They'll run with Dobbins. And manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba from 3 yards out. And the Broncos are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the Broncos get there and take him down. John Franklin Myers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos goes as they take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a different score. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Part of my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting the Morgans
under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front 7, they love this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Randy, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. From the 3rd team now, they work on 1st and 10. They run the toss with Dobbins. Shrugs him off. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Another Broncos 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ready.
Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Lutz they just add on to that big lead.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, get some positive momentum and reps to focus on when we get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now a 2nd and 6. This is Brown on the draw play. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Browning. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Take a knee. The Broncos going to continue on as we say so long, everybody, and thanks for watching. Been
sports. Coming up, one game to decide who represents the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos on Sunday Night Primetime. On the visitor's sideline, head coach Liam Cohen. His guys have made it this far trying to get to the Super Bowl for the first time in franchise history. On the other side, you've got the head coach of the Broncos. His guys fired up, the #1 seed, trying to see this thing through and get to the Super Bowl. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. We are set for a good one. And off we go from Denver. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
Mike, when you're grinding away in the midst of training camp, these are the moments that you fantasize about. However, it's no longer a fantasy for either of these two teams. It's their reality, and it's up to them to seize the opportunity in front of them. For that to happen, you're going to need a big game out of their quarterback. If he plays the way he's capable of, they could be just a few hours away from heading to the Super Bowl.
And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
It's
Third down, they need 5. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. His first catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's taken in, it's R.J. Harvey. He's close to a first down, to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Ball on the 39. Here's second and 1. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Portland Sutton, the intended receiver. It's second down. Throw it. Nix. Forced out left. Oh, a loose football. And I think a Bronco player was able to get in there. He was. So Denver keeps possession of the football.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Here's Nix to throw. And that is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks...
And oh, how about this early on? They blocked the kick.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Patrick Surtain makes the tackle. They'll go up here on second down and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's third
Brenton Strange was his intended target. And third down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll find his tight end. It's Strange. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
It's a gain of 6.
They go play action for Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Just shy of midfield. Here's second down. To throw is Lawrence. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. A troubling development here in this AFC title game. In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence from the gun here on third down. And that is incomplete. Manoa Hufanga had the coverage from the safety position and comes away with the breakup.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Broncos offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there. Defensively all over him. And it'll be second down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball at its highest point, but come down with a hit.
And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down. Run with Dobbins. And he'll take this across the 30 to about the 32.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. The Jaguars with the ball. Quarter number 2 begins as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Hey, here we go. So, hey, Jim, here we go.
Here's Lawrence. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Jonathan Cooper. He's able to force the big loss on the sack. And it sets up 3rd and long. Now here's Lawrence. Over the middle, it is Strange. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. So it is 4th down. That'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Now an opening past the 30. And it will finally get him down to get all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get back to work. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix.
Tackle by Tershawn Morton. Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Exiting the pocket right. He keeps it himself. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Back to throw is Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. His 1st catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a 1st down.
At the 28-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment? Yeah, it's not so close to next time.
Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
That's just such a tough throw, and that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a 3-0 1st half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. He'll give it to Dobbins. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. Talk things over before 3rd down. Play action now. It's Nix. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were the guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The kick is good. Makes the score 7. Jaguars 3. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7.
The Jaguars take over first.
The Jaguars offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. Here, a short one to Taysom Hill. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And that is incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. This one's broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. Throwing is Nix. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And 10 now from the 36. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to try it here again. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. A single timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
At the 22-yard line.
On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal.
39-yard
This one from 39 yards out. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Broncos tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Hey, run!
A first down throw for Lawrence. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting to be claimed. 30 minutes away, unless, of course, we have overtime. We're back underway in the AFC title game. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Lawrence. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on 1st down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
It is 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Jonathan Cooper. What a title game he's putting together. Trying to will his guys to the Super Bowl. He's got 3 sacks in this one. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. To return, it's Mims. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team... will get possession of the football. The Broncos offense get ready for their opening possession of this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's going to have to eat this one, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi, he's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive. We'll go play action with Hicks. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's Bryant, the target there. 3rd down coming up.
So obviously here in this one, the points have been at a premium. So now as you get into the second half, I think both these offenses start saying, all right, we've had a hard time sustaining possession. We've had a hard time going the long way. Let's try to generate some chunk plays and get a little life in our offense. And that one falls incomplete, but I think they got to just continue to attack downfield.
He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Jags offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he's going to go down. It's a sack. There's a penalty marker on the field. Defensively, they got a little too eager, as we can see. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And, oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain. From the 23, here's 2nd and 4. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down.
Here we go.
Lawrence now. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the 1st down. This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He finds De'Ami Brown. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. His 1st catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down.
Up the middle, here's Etienne. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to...
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. John Franklin Myers getting in for the sack. going to lead to third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, the ball's out. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Here's Dobbins. And he managed to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in the AFC Championship game. This is the NFL Playoffs on EA Sports. 3rd and inches. Dobbins going to get it now as we start the 4th. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. 4th quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop instead. Now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second down.
Nick. 7-yard line.
He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. The kick is good. Broncos move out in front by the score of 17-3.
Jaguars 3. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. They'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Jaguars offense make their way out, take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
Now a 2nd down throw for Lawrence. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed...
He's going to be brought down in the end zone. It is a safety. For the moment, you see a penalty flag is down. Will this stand? Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this drive is a disaster. He goes down for a 3rd consecutive time. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll run for it with ETN. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive. 1st and 10. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Now it's Dobbins. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. Talk things over before 3rd down. They'll run, and he will power his way into the end zone. Hey, Dobbins, touchdown Broncos. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Lutz for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Broncos extend to a 24-3 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. But Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Mullen. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
I think the defense came in confident that they'd be able to get after the quarterback, right? Like when we met with them this week, they felt like they had a really good plan, some exotic looks, some different pressure packages, and it's worked to perfection. I'm not sure they thought they'd be 1 sack away from breaking the NFL record for the most sacks.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
A loss of 6 yards. 3 and out.
Mullins to throw. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
A run on 1st and goal. He'll be wrapped up there down in the 3-yard line.
A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We're back to crown an AFC champion after this. Will go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Here's Nix to throw. And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Bryant. Touchdown, Denver.
This is the type of start you dream about as a kid, Mike. First NFL catch, and it goes for a touchdown. I mean, you can't make it up. You got to imagine he's got to be rolling right now, and I'd go right back to him.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. It's up and good. Broncos will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Jaguars 3. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back across the field. They're obviously looking for, I guess, a moral victory at this point. Still in search of their first touchdown of this game. This is probably going to be their last shot. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Dre Greenlaw.
Mullins pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
A first down throw for Nix. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he'll be lucky to just get some positive yards out of that one. Out of bounds, pickup of 2. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll throw. It's Nix. Forced out wide. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll get into the end zone. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Is good. Makes the score Broncos 38. Jaguars 3. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do. They're obviously looking for, I guess, a moral victory at this point. Still in search of their first touchdown of this game. This is probably going to be their last shot to get in the end zone. This drive will begin with 1st down. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Jaguars. 1st down.
Right back to Thomas. He's done it again. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late to get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will get just a bit closer. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. We'll start at the 4. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. Jags offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Tight ends here on 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. Throwing, Nix. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like you put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver, and when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball, and he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
He'll take a shot with Mims. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
They take a shot downfield, looking for passes. The Jags offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. That's going to be incomplete. Very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Mullins. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos as they will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy. They are off to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks as champions of the AFC. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say...
top prize in the NFL is the Lombardi Trophy, but some individual hardware is pretty nice to end a season with too. Today, one of their players has a reason to celebrate.
On dub. When I roll 20 deep, it's always drama in the club. Now that I roll with Dre, everybody show me love. When you sell like Eminem, you get plenty of groupie love. Look, homie, ain't nothing changed. Rolls down, G's up. I see exhibit in the cutting, man. Running, man. Watch how I move. You mistake before I play up. Been hit with a but I don't walk with a limp. In the hood, in the LA, they saying 50, you hot. They need to feel it. I'm in the habit, thing in the making. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. My flow, my show brought me to go. That brought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my shoes. Look, homie, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you be happy I made it. I'm the cat by the bar to the good life. Moved out the hood, now you tryna pull me back, right? Get the bumpin' in the club, it's on. I'm with my eyes to chicks, if she smash, she gone. Hit the roof on fire, man. Just let it burn. If the talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks for me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside there with a. Come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club, full of. Mama, I got what you need if you need to feel it. I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of. Mama, I got what you need if you need to feel it. I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. Don't try to act like you don't know who we be, neither. We in the club all the time, so pop on. Shady aftermath.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me all that I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shorten it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the begin. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly, I can walk in any spot. Every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever. Before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shock them like real product. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision while I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than my 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard and live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape inside it, leave the beat flame. It was Rod Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove cup. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what about that?
Hey yo, Preem, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
Alright.
30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab.
Alright then. Let's go, Nas.
It's time. It's album time. Yeah.
It's time.
It's time. Black is time.
Premiere album still gonna happen.
You spin my head right round when
can't talk about basic. Hold up. We mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up. Mine also dangerous. Hold up. Y'all talk outrageous. Hold up. Don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up. Got that touch of my savior. Hold up. Give me that touch of my haters. Lyrics can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't fear him no more. Sonogram don't feel it no more. You were driving a minute but can't steer it no more. Riding away but now you're chilling on shore. What's the use of being rich when your inside's poor? To this, what you don't wanna see more. No, you wanna see more, but you wanna see sore. Life done slowed you down. Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you pack it up. You shackle by thoughts and memories that's adding up. Like overseas, without you feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a buck. You still feel paralyzed, the bucks and track. Friends is having kids, ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a light with no plug? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no source? We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. Hold up, y'all gotta pump my taste. Hold up, y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up, we mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up, mine also dangerous. Hold up, y'all talk outrageous. Hold up, don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up, got that touch of my savior. Hold up, give me that touch of my haters.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way, you should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do, I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way. I got too many plays, I don't even play. Get out of my way, out of my way, out of my way.
Super way up, get your weight up, put your plate up. You a foreign, we at war, and I got all the hallelujah, Talladega, baby Jesus, in the flesh, come and get it, and I'm get it. All my friends coming with all their friends, and we get active, yeah, don't we get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black, my eyes bloodshot red, I'm ready right now. Don't run your mouth too quick, let's get it. Stop talking. One way, my way, my way, my way, my way, my way.
Don't make me rap, you get your talking out my face. It's in my mind, winning this in my DNA. I gotta get it, I don't know no other way. Get out my way.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way, you should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do, I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way. I got too many plays, I don't even play. Out of my way, get out of my way, out of my way, out of my way.
All my friends coming with all their friends, and we get active, yeah, don't we get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black, my eyes bloodshot red, I'm ready right now. Don't run your mouth too quick, let's get it. Stop talking. One way, my way, my way, my way, my way, my way.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Tonight, gentlemen, we've got a good one coming your way. It's the AFC champion Denver Broncos and the champions of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles. What a thrill! Tonight, we celebrate 60 years of Super Bowls. We do it in style. Mike Tirico, Greg Hopeful with you here from Santa Clara. Hey, Greg, the Eagles are right back here looking to do what the Chiefs did right before them. Win back-to-back Super Bowls and lift that Lombardi Trophy for the 2nd consecutive year.
What we've talked about in years past with the New England Patriots and then more recently the Kansas City Chiefs. After last year's dominating Super Bowl performance, this roster, what Philadelphia has been able to put together these last couple years, I think a Super Bowl win here today, and now they become maybe that new top-of-the-heap team that we talk about here in the NFL.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. 2nd season now for Bo Nix.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive. Like, I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, the regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream. There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner, that is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years, and then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only...
And he's into the end zone. What a start. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 60. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense would take the field. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters.
Open receiver is Dotson. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This returnable from the 4. And they'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense ready to get going with their second possession. They, of course, come into this one the perfect 17-0 regular season in hand. 2 more wins in the playoffs. Trying to become the first. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Zach Bond in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive. On second down, it's Nix.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Nix gonna throw for it. And that is not gonna work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the Broncos' 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
3rd and long for Hurts. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And now it's 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They, of course, come into this one the perfect 17-0 regular season in hand. 2 more wins in the playoffs. They're trying to become the first team since the 1972 Dolphins to finish out unbeaten and untied. They go to work here, 1st and 10. That's to the rookie out of Illinois, Pat Bryant. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Nix. Rolling right. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
Third and 5.
Play action now. It's Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
This is going to be a beauty. Touchdown at the 2-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10. From his end zone, it's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
At the 9-yard line.
After a spirited first quarter here in Super Bowl 60, it's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. They've got it with 2nd and 3 coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Here's a 3rd and 10. To throw is Hurts. Short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Broncos offense about ready to take over once more. They, of course, come into this one the perfect 17-0 regular season in hand. 2 more wins in the playoffs. They're trying to become the first team since the 1972 Dolphins to finish out unbeaten and untied. They go to work here, 1st and 10. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Nix. Forced to his right. Now he takes off. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. First down, Broncos.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards. From 29, here's 2nd down and a yard. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the
short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Second reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's to the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now. Throwing is Nix. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
Goes without saying, like, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So, the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Jackson now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll push forward for about a yard. And Zach Allen there on the tackle. Second down and 8.
Brings up second and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. And they'll throw here with Hurts. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards.
Automatic first down.
They'll come up here, first and 10. To throw is Hurts. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Second down.
Here's Hurts. The second down throw is incomplete.
All right, so the first two, they go clearly to the defense. You got first down sack. That sets everything of the drive for the offense behind the 8 ball. Then they followed up with a forced incompletion. So now third and long is...
It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones. So, 2 quarters down here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime. Straight ahead with Scott Hansen.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Could we have a finish to remember here in Santa Clara? Second half underway in Super Bowl 60. Mostert now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. First and 10.
180.
Hurts. Back to the right side. Caught by Goddard. And he's out of bounds. Up close to the 45-yard line.
Dallas Goddard. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
73.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
To throw is Hurts. It's taken in right side by Goddard. They're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down. We'll try again here. Second and 10. Hurts working in the pistol. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man.
The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
In this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
That's fielded at the 7. And that's good work on this return as he brings it past the 25. The Broncos offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Low-scoring game, all time, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. First and 10. They'll go play action with Hicks. On the run to the right. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
It was clear from the jump, Mike, that he wanted to take a shot downfield, bought himself a little extra time by moving the launch point. Ball just kind of sailed on him a little bit and ends up falling harmlessly out of bounds.
Throw here down the field. With ball, incomplete.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack. But then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there, probably the best possible outcome.
He's trying to run for it.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of the first.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. Now he'll work his way out right. And this is going to go out of bounds, but it's a moot point, really, because it ends up being a turnover on downs. On first and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Stepping down behind
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. John Franklin Myers getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down. Hurts now. Brought in by the tight end, Goddard. And he's in. Dallas Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Throw it. Nix. He's going to look deep. Going to Cup. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Again, working deep downfield. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. To the 20. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, Denver.
Well, I love it, Mike. We're seeing so many teams nowadays as they approach midfield, even on their side of the 50, keeping their offense on the field on fourth down. And it's certainly a risk. It's certainly up there for debate, but in this case, big chance, big reward, and they come down with 6.
Knicks and the Broncos now will line up and go for 2.
The Broncos will line up.
Here's Nix to throw. That is incomplete. They were trying to take the lead, but they're going to remain down by a point.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the fourth from Santa Clara after this. Second down throw for Hurts. That one incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down. That's Goddard in motion. Third and long for Hurts. There's that man again. Another catch.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Broncos offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins. And he'll get about 5. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 5. Play action now. It's Nix. It's to the left side in the hands of Bryant. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 20. Good for a Denver first down. Back to throw is Nix. Out to his right. He runs with it. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9. Now it's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
He'll give it to Dobbins. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Broncos first down.
They'll throw. It's Nix. To the goal line and in. Bryant. Touchdown Broncos. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now a big play here for the Broncos. They're going to line up and go for 2.
The Broncos will line up.
On the bootleg, it's Nix. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll pick up 2. 7. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. And in motion is Brown. On 2nd down, Hurts. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, Nick, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This brought in out past the 20. That's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. Here's Dobbins. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. There he goes again. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. For the extra point. The kick is good. And the Broncos will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
17. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Jackson now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back at him. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. And that one incomplete. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he's not going to get there. Hurts. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. They'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That is part of the three. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's a run, and he will score again. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his third touchdown of the night. And make it a hat trick. That is his third rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He gets it to go. Broncos are able to extend the lead.
Broncos 38, Eagles 17. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Jackson now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent. Position to start this drive. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They try to establish some tempo. Start this one with 1st and 10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Hurts. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they had this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down. 1st and 10. Front of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. They'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd.
To throw, Hurts.
The 2nd down pass.
3rd and a long way to go.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Here's Hurts. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Now it's Dobbins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 14 on the pickup. First down, Broncos.
Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll give on the ground. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. And the Broncos have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. So the impossible dream has come true. 17 regular season games without a loss. 2 more in the playoffs. And now, Greg, win number 20 on the year here in the Super Bowl to cap off an immaculate season.
And I think at this point, even the guys down there in Miami have no choice but to tip their cap. I mean, think about what this team was able to accomplish, Mike. To go an entire NFL season long without one off week, one single misstep, all season long. I'm not sure if we can plan on seeing another perfect season ever again. So to be here and witness history, all we can do is enjoy it.
Commissioner Goodell will hand the Lombardi Trophy to the Denver Broncos, champions of Super Bowl 60. So that'll do it for another sensational season of the NFL on EA Sports. For our entire team and with my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, good night from Santa Clara, California.
The sun is up, so wet it down, get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're healing with ways that don't last for long. Don't have but the time and it obvious. No help for the weak, but the strong. Plenty here for it for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the and my homies got rich doing that they said wouldn't work. Bring out the and the it'll load up the place with them car. I see the bums that be wishing we end in the ditch and the pain that see them ain't hurt. I see the love that we give and the love that we give. Make sure everything come up full circle. We went from nothing to something, got all of us jumping it that we made from the air. We went from running and with nothing to stop it, just beating the neighborhood, bruh. They ain't the best in the life that be matching the vibe, and honestly ain't even fair. They ain't the do with the drive and the vision like I have unless I go look in the mirror, babe. So run it up. The sun is up. To run it down. Get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up. Yeah, the minute the sun is up. There's no rest to my shut it down. Work it for real, get your money up. Believe it on God, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Put that on everything that I love. Check. Yeah, on everything that I love. Yeah, ain't nothing that come up. Now we go from angry and mad to happy and glad to find a solution for us. We go from sorry and sad to ready to grab a then get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have. The things will be lacking, my bruh, so what are we lacking? I could point it out, so much that's around. Better settle down, no point doing that. Or they bandits and the hounds bite me in the, put me in the ground, turn me into ash, cut to carry down. From those who came up before me, I'm here to change up the story. Find me at work in the morning, find me where people are mourning, man, cause death is around every corner. When life isn't free for a person, dog, you act like an animal corner. Savage is speaking a language, y'all, you don't understand, you a foreigner. But nobody needs an advantage now, we needed some balance and order. But you know that's never the case, never a chance that they're changing their ways. It's never a choice that they're giving to you, there will never be justice to face. We sing for the sorrow and dance for the pain. No one to follow, it's just you and me. I swear that it's coming, we starting today, but we'll wake up tomorrow and things are the same. Damn.
Were you trying to get crazy with this thing? Don't you know I'm loco?
Try to snatch these pigs wanna blow my house down. Head underground to the next town. They get mad when they come to raid my pad, and I'm out in the night too scared. Yes, I'm the pirate pilot of this ship. If I dip with the ultraviolet dream, hide from the red light beam. Now do you believe in the unseen? Look, but don't make your eyes strain. Like me, it's going insane. Insane in the membrane.
Yellow on leaves, ball like an all-white shirt, no sleeves. Tell her with it like me, blowing a coffee, he's asleep. You weak, chic, the web look at the boots, fleet, headache. Got a hook till she give me a headache. Send me a text, I ain't reading no essay. Fall back here, get back. Fall back here, get back. I know as long as she get really Listen, I don't mean to call you up, cause I don't know that. And if I never call you again, that mean you throw back. We only met once, but we like we go back, way back. Run it, now we on track. But you can never ever be my man. You a whole snap, you said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like say that, lay back.
to getting back in it.
Fall back, yeah, get fall back, yeah, get back, 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 back. Fall back, yeah, get back, do-do-do. Fall back, yeah, get back, do-do-do. Fall back, yeah, get back, do-do-do. Fall back, yeah, get back, back.
word on my seed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some mad charge. Now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to baby, Vice Q-tip, Alicia Heed. Watch me out like Apollo Creed. Body, making you just feed off dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just read. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed. Do the noble, that's my duty, let my seed. When I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check. How dare you ever try to step on my suede shoes? Top Gun shut down your firm like Tom Cruise. Please let me get down and blow a fuse. Acting fool, breaking way down to molecules. Yo, let me hit you with my ill street blues. Bust the rhymes, always headlines, the street news. Hey, baby girl, don't be confused. Step by 17s and enjoy my boat cruise. I know you really wanna know who's coming through, leaving residues. Sorry, homeboy, but your flow sound used. Got to pay your dues, baby, you know the rules. Whenever I travel the world, I land cruise. If you choose to, how you get? Now I got you on super unleaded fuels. Give me room, give me some space, your excuse. When I step up in the place, then yo, I step correct. But I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. But I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. But I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. But I got you all in check.
You're now rocking with the best. Busta Rhymes coming through from the footmost squad. Boy Scouts who I be. Straight to your dome. We coming straight to your dome. Bringing all you ruckus to all you rap. Boy Scouts who I be. Flip mode is the squid on. Busta Rhymes break it down like this.
Yo, which stole my flow? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Throw them type right out my window. Blast you with a direct blow. Coming through like G.I. Joe. Star Wars moving ill like Han Solo. Make you bounce around like this was Calypso. Always shine cause I got the high pro glow. You think that you can hide, you think you can lay low. Roll up on your ass like Hawaii 5-0. Mac out with my dreads in my Kango. Forget them, just pass the. Yo, take a trip down to Mexico. Come back with that might make you psycho. Maximum frequency studio stereo. Sorry, this is it, but homeboy, I got to go. When I step up in the place, and yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check.
Chill, right on my side is my ego becomes a funky child with some words on my tongue. Be like in, take a breath, and my mouth gets loose. So while I scatter my spit, I dream of juice. Have you rebel out the dark hallways? This place like this, I made the day. I say, play the track from your record collection. It's your mix, congratulations.
Welcome to the NFL Draft.
Yeah, we be freaky and we wanna stay.
Some turmoil threatens their roster in the early season. A challenge has been made for a top spot on the depth chart. Competition breeds success, but coaches will decide how far the competition goes.
Give me a T, then give me the E, then give me an A, give me an M, and give me the ring. Give me the lock, give me the rock, and give them the key. And it's only me. Wait till they, then give me a team. Give me a team. Give me a team, give me a team, give me a team. They wanna scheme, cause I wanna sing. And she want a team, and she want a team, she want a team. I'm a die about, I'm a they rushing to write about. Did too much numbers to type them out, but I'm one away from that Michael route. Step on my brothers, we hike them down. I'ma step on my brothers, the hype is out. I've been married them, but I can't wipe and I'm wiping. I fell back in love with the process now. Should've started with that, yeah. Different than all of them rats, my heart is a test. Lab on them outside, they start from the back. I've been walking them down and then walking them back like, ew. Y'all gotta sell that, and the waist can't get they belt back.